Alright, today we're going to be unboxing something a little different, not a gun today, a weapons light, specifically the Streamlight Protac Rail Mount 2. Alright. So, up top, you're going to get the light right here. And they do sell this light in both, there's a Protac Rail Mount 1, this one's the 2, and then they have the HLX. So in the box, you're going to get two Streamlight branded CR123As. And then pre-installed on the light is a tail switch and a pick rail mount. And we'll go over the different mounting solutions that you can accomplish with this light specifically. So in the bottom here, you're going to get a little booklet basically just thanking you for buying a Streamlight product. You'll get a Streamlight sticker, as well as your instruction manual. You may be thinking you don't really need that many instructions for a light, but there's a couple additional features with this light that I'll go over when I go over the features of it. And in the bottom here, you get your tape switch. And so it's going to have two buttons on the tape switch. You're going to have a constant on button and then a momentary button right there. And then it just screws on to the end of the light when you remove the tail switch. So it just screws on just like that. And you get your tape switch right there. Let's go ahead and install those batteries. So while I'm doing that, I'll go over the features. So with flashlights, if you didn't know, there's two different types of measurements. You're going to have lumens and candela. Typically people associate flashlights with lumens, and it's generally a good measurement of how bright a flashlight can get. However, lumens, they're measured at the brightest point. So if you have just one point of the flashlight where it's super bright, the company's going to go with whatever that is as far as lumens. Candela, on the other hand, is a more, I guess, accurate picture or measurement of how bright the flashlight gets. So the lumens featured here is 625 on the high setting, and the candela is 22,000. And so it's got a high and a low setting. The low setting is 60 lumens and 2,000 candela. And so what I was saying about the instruction manual, so it features a programming called 10-tap programming. And so you have three different modes. You're going to have mode 1, which is what it's pre-programmed to, is the high and strobe mode. Program 2 is high only, and program 3 is low and high. And the way you get those different features. So like I said, this is in high strobe. So if I momentarily click, it's just going to shine the light. If I double tap, I'm going to get the strobe effect. And if I set it to the other modes, I'd get those subsequent mode, high, low, or just high. And so this is your constant on right there, momentary on, and like I said, strobe. And the construction, this is made of aluminum, and it is anodized black. It's actually there's a slight texture to it. Feels pretty strong. It's not a type 3 hard coat anodized like you see on, your uppers and lowers on ARs, but it does seem like a pretty high strength anodizing done here. I have one of these on a couple of my firearms, and the finishes are all the same, and it's held up pretty well. I've not had any major scratches or anything wrong with it there. So like I was saying, there's two solutions to mount it. First is going to be that Picatinny rail attachment, and then you can remove the Picatinny rail. Right, you can remove these two bolts, and it'll give you access to the scout mount. And so you can basically mount this to any of your scout mounts out there. I personally prefer the Arisaka one. For this rifle in particular, I got this light for it, and I ordered a offset Arisaka mount. Just hasn't came in yet, but anyways, you're also gonna have a little accessory bag in here. If I can get this rubber band off. So you're gonna have a couple zip ties. That's for basically hiding your wires. You have a couple big ones, a couple small ones. Get the rest out of there. And there's also a couple solutions in regards to mounting of the tape switch. So you're gonna have a double-sided piece of 3M tape that is specifically cut for the tape switch. So you could, if you had a polymer handguard or something like that that wasn't, I guess, introduced to too much heat, you could use something like this. For whatever reason, they include some screws. I get this with all my Streamlights. I've never used the screws, but to each their own. And then you've got these nice Picatinny attachments right there. So the way that these work is you're gonna have a big side and a small side. And the small side is gonna correspond with the tape switch. Slide over just like that. Just like that. And then this side is gonna go on your Picatinny rail. I'm not gonna completely install it. It kind of, I would get out of the frame a lot on the camera, but I'll show you how one of these attaches onto the rail here. So you take the side that's larger like that. You're basically going to go on one side and pull it over just like that. And I found the best way to do it is kind of measure out where the next one's going to be and just kind of snap the tape switch into place there. And so, because my Arisaka mount hasn't come in yet, I've got this Picatinny attachment. And so, it's an M-lock to Picatinny. You'll unscrew this, and it does have a stop right there, so you can't go any further. And then it does have a spring tensioner right there. So, just basically bring it over, screw that down, and I'll show you why I like the Arisaka offset mount, because it does stick off of the handguard quite a bit there. I'm going to have it to where it's going to just tuck in right there. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about the Streamlight Protac Rail Mount 2, drop a comment down below. Thank you for watching.